Hi guys, my name is Tomcat and welcome to Forza Horizon 4 for a new episode of Stock vs. Tuned. Now our stock car this time around is going to be a brand new NSX and our tuned car is going to be a big turbo Integra. So let's grab this NSX, completely stock, take it to the highway, drive it, run it, see what it can do into the speed trap, and then we're going to go and build ourselves a turbo Integra and see if it can take this beast down. Now, we are comparing two very different cars today. We are comparing a hybrid all-wheel drive supercar to a cult classic front-wheel drive turbo car. So, very, very different cars here. Very different cars, but personally, I cannot wait to see what they can do when put side by side. Now, I'm actually going to go right... There we go. Right there. It doesn't really matter quite where you teleport yourself to, but what I mainly want to see is what this car can do through the speed trap. Now, of course, this car has tons of advantages over the Integra. Tons. Now, this car is, again, it's going to get it off the line because it has all-wheel drive, but it's also got performance, basically performance out of every way you look at this car. So let's see. Oh, it will do a launch stock. And go. It's quick. It's very quick. A little bit of interior view for you guys. The hands with the chicken suit do look a little awkward, I'm not gonna lie. Alright, speed trap's coming up, and it is going to be 166.83 miles an hour. Remember that, 166.83 miles an hour. Now, the reason why I'm saying to remember it is partially for you guys and partially for me. Now, let's drive the NSX around just for a little bit longer because I want to see, when you pull up the telemetry, I want to see how much boost it's running. 15.4 pounds is peak boost, and horsepower starts falling off at like 7,000? About 7,000 RPM is when peak power is, because after 7,000 RPM, the power starts dropping back off. By the way, using that telemetry is actually a really good way to figure out when you'll want to shift, because you could be revving way past your power band and not even know it. But without any further ado, let's grab that Integra and see what it will do stock, and then we can build it. All right, boys, Integra Type R, let's do this. And remember how you have to drive a Honda. Remember, between every shift, you got to do this. I should know, I own a Honda. Not really, but well, I do own a Honda, but that's not how you're really supposed to shift them. But this thing was actually quite fast in its day for what it was, and really, I don't think it's going to be any match for the NSX from factory, but it should actually put up a really good fight when it's built. Now, the biggest challenge that this car is going to have when it's built is finding traction. Finding traction is going to be a never-ending battle for this car, and it really almost always is for front-wheel drive turbo cars in a straight line, because you have to deal with torque steer, you have to deal with, hell, if you're taking them through corners, you also have to deal with understeer, and you have to deal with it spinning up the inside wheel if you don't have a limited slip diff. Now, fortunately, this one will, and it's going to make a big difference. So, without any further ado, we can see the tire marks from the NSX. Let's pull up just a little bit. All right, stock Integra Type R. Let's do this. Let's see if it'll do a launch. Oh my God. That didn't really work, but it's okay. We can go anyway. All the way out to 9,000 RPM. Well, almost 9,000 RPM. Probably like 8,800. 8,800, if I had to guess, is what it's actually revving to. Honestly, it's putting on a really good show so far for being stock. Jeez. All right, 130.6 as opposed to 166.8. So this thing did 130 stock. Now we have to go and try to take down that 166.8 set by the NSX, which I guarantee you this thing can do. I guarantee you it can do it. Now, there's a lot of cars where I'm like, yeah, I don't know if it can do it or not. This car can do it. This car can 100% do it. I'm not even worried. I just know it's going to be a hell of a wild ride getting there because we have to leave it front-wheel drive. That's the big thing. These stock versus tuned videos are kind of done in the sense that could it actually be done in real life? And in real life, it would be a lot more probable for this car to have stayed front-wheel drive than to get some sort of crazy, like, all-wheel drive swap or something like that, which we're not going to do. Now, people have all-wheel drive swapped Civics before in real life. They have done it with this weird, crazy CRV rear subframe and all this weird stuff, but we're not doing anything like that. So let's build this thing and see what we can get out of it. So first things first, slap one of them turbos on it. Now once that turbo is on, it kind of just shows where we're going with the build already anyway. Wow, you only get Forza Aero? That's it? Or a wing delete, which I kind of think the stock wing suits the car, so I'm not going to delete it. But let's see. We've got race brakes. Oh god, you could do drift suspension on this thing if you really wanted to. Race suspension. Let's see. Sway bars. Now, it's actually worth noting that I don't think I've even touched one of these before. I don't think I've like built one at all. And as far as what power target we're going to hit, I really have no idea. I mean, I would love for this thing to be in the 500-600 range, but I doubt it's going to go that high. I mean, hell, even if this thing makes 450, it's going to be fast. It's going to be really fast because it's so light. All right, we ended up with a final figure of 614 horsepower, weighing 2271. That is ridiculous and insane in every possible way. This thing is going to be a riot to drive. That's over 600 horsepower through the front wheels. It's going to be nuts. It's going to blow the tires off. No question about it. It's going to, well, see, that's the thing is I always say I'm not going to put drag tires on one of these cars in a stock versus tuned video, but I think I'm going to break that. I think I'm going to break that because this car's going to need them. It's really going to need them. 245s up front, and in the back, maybe, oh, God, I don't know, a 225? And let's see. Wheel style, I kind of want to put just a really classic, clean set of TE37s on it. Just a clean, classic look. No issues there. And now, geez, 2242. Good Lord, that is so light. 2242, front-wheel drive, and over 600 horsepower. This thing is going to be a mental just basket case of a car. Let me bring down that front tire pressure a good bit, like 17 PSI. The alignment, I'm going to take out some of that front camera. I'm actually going to take out all of it just because I want this thing to be able to hook. And the sway bars, I suppose making it softer in the front is going to help it. I don't normally build, like, front-wheel drive drag cars, so I don't really know what I'm shooting for. But I'm not really too concerned. I hope it's going to work out, though. And let's see. 100% lock acceleration. Let's do it. This thing is going to be built to go in a straight line. It better be able to do it well. Makes all the right sounds. All right, I'm just going to floor it and see what happens. God. All right. It's really fast. It's really fast. I can already tell you that I still maintain the opinion that this is going to beat that 166.8. That 166.8 should be shivering right now because it has no idea what's coming for it. No idea whatsoever. God, I can't wait to see what this thing puts down. I'm hoping mid-170s. I'm hoping mid-170s. Jeez, okay, that reverse stagger, it didn't like that reverse stagger at all. All right, second gear launch. Oh, wow, it doesn't like that. It really doesn't like that. Okay, that's weird. We'll just do an RPM hold. Oh, nope. Come on. Yeah, it's very fast. We've already, oh my god, the NSX is over with. Oh, the NSX is so over with. 194 miles an hour. And nailed a traffic car, but geez, this car is so fast. And that reverse stagger makes it a little, like, tail happy, though. It's kind of funny because when you go around corners, even though you have drag tires, the car still rotates. And it's literally just due to the fact that it's, like, it's, whoa, God, it's due to that reverse stagger. And I've never really reverse staggered something in Horizon 4, and it's definitely weird how it takes to the idea, because it doesn't really, whoa, it doesn't really support it. It's like a it's like a dad that doesn't know what to think. It's like, I'm not sure if I support this decision, son. It's bonkers fast though for what it is. What's it gearing? What's the gearing limiting it at? 193. Oh, 4, 5, 6, 9, 200. Well, we saw 200 out of a Integra. That's a thing. That's one hell of a thing, that's for sure. But I would definitely say that this episode of Stock vs. Tuned was quite a success. What the heck happened there? Anyways, I would say this episode of Stock vs. Tuned was a success. If you guys enjoyed it, make sure to click that like button. Let me know in the comment section below what you guys thought of it. And if you're new to the channel, please do subscribe for more. I will see y'all next time. Talk to you guys later.